Let's take a look at Ryan Fox's golf swing here. Very, very unique. Obviously, congratulations for just winning the Open. Now, Ryan in the backswing takes it away very, very steep or very vertical with the hands. So, just tracking roughly the hands here. The camera moves a little bit, but that is a vertical movement with the hands. So he kind of takes the club away outside on the way back. Hands move farther away, straight up. Most players from there would kind of slice it. They would tend to swing more left across it. Now, even before we mention that, we should probably look at his grip, which is super strong. Again, most people with their hands turned that far to the left as we view it here on the club, they would close the face down a lot. So we're going to have a look at what he does to stop that face closing. So as he swings back, there's a little bit of tilt away from it. Actually, that's quite a lot. So his body is behind it. Now, as he reaches the top of the swing, he's got a closed face in terms of, if you look at the leading edge, I usually look at it in relation to the back of the left hand, pretty much 90 degrees difference. So that is a more closed than normal club face. And that's all down to his grip being very strong. But he does have cup in the wrist, which helps to open the face as well. So that is a face opener that helps to alleviate the strong grip. And then he's got that very steep left arm position. Now from there, and actually throughout the swing, if you look at the left-hand side here, he drops in height and then he drops even more in transition. So his body is much lower than it was at address. And he's also added a ton of tilt away from the target. So now dropping the height will make the arc deeper into the ground. So most people would fat it from here. And staying behind it or adding so much tilt also would move the low point back, which would make most people fat it. Now why he does that, why he adds a lot of tilt, is that is his move for shallowing the club. And we see he gets into a beautiful position here. That club is nice and shallow. So he's gone from a very steep position at the top to shallow or in a great position through tilting his body. So the steep left arm would make the path more left. The tilting of the body away from the target makes the path more right. Now at impact, that strong grip has been a face closing move. But the tilting away actually opens the face out. So those two are helping to negate each other. But as we mentioned, the drop in height and the tilt away is going to make him fat it. So what he does here is a super late release through impact. Now that later release is going to make the club swing higher, which negates his drop in height. And it's also going to move the low point of the swing forwards, which negates his body being back. So you can see how these are all pluses and minuses that are balancing each other out. The later release also tends to put the forearm in a position that helps to stop the face closing. So again, that negates the strong grip position that he's had. And then we can even see the hands working up through impact. I just put a line on the top of his grip there. So you can see that upward movement of his hands through impact, which helps to pull the club up and out of the ground, which helps negate some of the drop in height. And then we see that beautiful position at impact. Now, lots of players will say, or lots of coaches will say that this is very harmful for the body. That's not my area of expertise. I don't like to see the body in extreme positions like this. So that could be a certain call to change the technique if he's ever having issues with injury. Now, to summarize these matchups, steep backswing would make him swing to the left. Lots of tilt with his body opens the face and makes him swing more to the right. Those two balance each other. The head drop from setup to impact would make him hit it fat, as would the tilting behind it. That moves the low point back. But then the later release and the hands working up through impact thin it out again. Then his super strong grip position would make him close the face. But the wrist cup at the top, the tilting of the body away from it, and the later release through impact are all face openers, so that balances out the strong grip. Ryan Fox is just an extreme example of how different matchups can work on tour. This is a perfectly functional swing, as evidenced by his win. Now, should you try and copy this swing? No. You'd have to have a lot of athletic ability to put yourself into these kind of positions. But would you necessarily go and change everything for Ryan Fox? Of course not. It's very functional. He is an interesting one because he's on the extreme outlier ends of the spectrum for almost all variables. but they all match up and they all balance each other. If you'd like to work with me on your own game, contact me at adamyounggolf.com/YouTube or go to the link in the description.